Today he told me, well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because actually I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce. Things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out. So you cannot have my baby.
Are y'all not asking these men for their marriage decrees? If that man say, oh, my ex-wife, I've been divorced, where is your marriage decree? Where is the decree? Prove to me that you are divorced. Because obviously, we learning here that you could be 41 pregnant by a married man and don't know it.
Imagine a 41-year-old woman gets pregnant by a married man, and the man is like, I don't want to do anything with the baby. In fact, get rid of the baby. If you think I'm joking, now listen to this.
I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and my child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency rooms, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be. So, and within a day of finding all that out, the father of my child said he doesn't want this. He doesn't think this is a good idea, and he wants me to not keep the baby. Let me be very clear that my child's father was very aware of what was going on. This wasn't like nobody was trapped. He repeated over and over and over again how bad he wanted us to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to get pregnant. And then I get pregnant and he's like, no. And today he told me, well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because actually I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce. Things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out. So you cannot have my baby. So now here we are. And I'm trying to keep my stress levels down because one of the reasons they thought it was, or wanted to rule out it being ectopic pregnancy, was because I was bleeding and still having a little bleeding issues. You know, I'm trying to stay calm, keep the stress down so I don't harm my baby, but I'm just struggling because I'm trying to figure out why I needed this. Why I needed to be trying to ask God, like, why I needed to be bent and broken and snapped in this way. I was minding my business, y'all. That man was persistent to even get a chance with me. And we were damn near living together. And then to say, and now my poor baby. Poor baby. I didn't want this life for my baby. And you know what? I'm 41. I don't have any children. This is my first child. I didn't ever even think I wanted any. So I certainly wasn't trying to but now it's here. Just married the whole time. Intentionally got me pregnant. And once I got pregnant, told me I don't want nothing to do with this.
My take on this, first of all, would be, why didn't she use some protection during the process of, giving out her goodies? I mean, condoms, some type of birth control. When she's giving out her goodies and enjoying the late night bedtime stories. You feel me? Because, I would use that until you put a ring on my finger. Baby, I'm using the condom, I'm using the birth controls, I'm using the after sex pills, I'm using everything. It's giving like you just want to be a baby mama and not somebody's wife. Because if she had protected herself during the late bedtime stories, she would not be in this kind of mess, in this situation. And now she's graduated into a single baby mama mistress. At 41, now let's read some comments from the single mothers that commented on her video. Let's see what they have to say. As a single mother, it was selfish of me to keep a child a man did not want. The child will suffer way more than you will, and it will break you when your child doesn't have their father around or feel wanted by him. You unfortunately will mostly bear the guilt and the regret. I wish you the best, and as bad as you may want this, it will be a bad experience for decades. Chill. Now, coming from a single mother, honey, you better make sure you know what you're doing. Next comment says, every day I regret not having an abortion. Chill. Now you must not like your baby because this is kind of harsh, but okay, single mother. Another single mother says, as a single mom of 3 and DV survivor and divorcee, please give that baby back to God. Okay. Chill. Another single mother. I was in similar shoes as you 12 years ago, and I made a decision that saved my life and gave me a future I only dreamed of. Please consider your options. If a man threatens you when you're pregnant, believe him. Don't put your child through years of possible abuse. Now that's tea. That's a fact. Coming from a single mother who has experienced something like this. I mean, it may not be the same situation as hers because hers is way messy. The, co-parenting or father not being around in a child is life. If they say something, baby, you better think twice. I mean, you better think of your options, weigh your options. I mean, I'm not suggesting that she should abort, but I'm saying that she should really think of what she really wants. Now, if she decides to keep the baby, the child may grow up having no relationship at all with the father because he initially didn't want to have a child with you, So a child will grow up with no bond with the father, no relationship with the father. They will feel unwanted, especially from the side of the father. They will feel unloved. Always will have that missing part within them that they will ask you questions that you will not even have answers for. And it will be painful for you as the mother, and also the child will have a painful growing up because, every child deserves to have both parents' love, care, bond. I would love to have father bond. I would love to have mother bond. The love from each parent is necessary and crucial for a child. If a man says he don't want the baby and you keep the baby 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, whatever they say, that he's not going to be there for your child.
He repeated over and over and over again how bad he wanted us to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to get pregnant.
And here is the thing. How didn't she see that as a red flag? How is he talking about wanting you to make a baby instead of talking about him marrying you? Plan about the engagement. Plan about the marriage. And then later on, the kid, the baby. Didn't you see that as a red flag? Because me, I would. There ain't no way you're going to tell me that you want me to have a baby before you first put a ring on my finger like that. That to me is a red flag. What? Make it make sense. Give me the honor. Make me your wife. It's literally saying, ooh, I want you to be my baby mama. Baby mama? Ain't no way. And at the age of 41, baby, I would ask that ring before anything. The first time he say, I want you to make a baby is the first time I would say, baby, you better put a ring on my finger. Should we go next week? Because that's when you would have found out that he's obviously married. And that man would have left her already because he would know the type of time she's on. She's not playing no games at 41. She's not. She wants to be married first before making yeah, baby. Uh-huh. Because that's the right thing to do. Yeah, feel me? I know you do. I want us to listen to some TikTok video responses and let me know what you think.
Are y'all not asking these men for their marriage decrees? If that man say, oh, my ex-wife, I've been divorced, where is your marriage decree? Where is the decree? Prove to me that you are divorced. Because obviously, we learning here that you could be 41 pregnant by a married man and don't know it. Like, and you know what's crazier to me? Is that like for her? Okay, let me not judge. Let me listen and not judge, because I was about to judge. I was about to say, for her to even be like, ooh, what should I do, is crazy to me, because at 41, ain't no kids coming. Well, first of all, I got my tubes out, thank God. But wouldn't no kids be coming from me at 41? Oh, hell no. And maybe she got older kids, because when I turn 40, baby, I plan on traveling. Because hopefully my kids is like grown or almost grown, or like they could, like, I don't know. But I know for a fact it's going to be 40s in my 20s, because these 40-year-olds, they don't even look like they age, and they out here living life. Ain't no fucking way I would be 41 raising a newborn. I don't see myself doing it. That baby would have to go back to where it came from. I'm trying to listen and not judge, but she is too goddamn old for not to know the signs. Like, did she not have deep conversations with him? Because I'm 20 and I would be like, hold on, wait. I'm not 20. I'm 28. But I would be like, something just don't seem right here to me. Let me go do my investigation. Like, I don't know. I need to know more to the story. What did he tell her? How does she believe this shit? Like, I'm listening and I'm not judging. Ask for the marriage decrees.
And as she said, in my 40s, my 35s, 36, I want to be traveling, enjoying life, chill with my friends, going out with my man. I mean, them kids need to be old enough by that age. No 6 months, 2 months, baby, never.
What did that lady expect? I'm 40 years old. I'm pregnant by a married man, and he want me to not have his baby. Girl, what do you... I did. He wanted this, and you knew he was married. You knew he was whatever he was going. Girl, past, I'm going to say 24 years old, 23, you're not getting trapped. Baby, you made it to 40. That lady, I don't want to say she lying, so I'm going to say she pregnant, but girl, I don't have no sympathy. 40, I don't give a damn what you do with the baby. He ain't going to be shit. So, then you got out here doing all that crime. I can't believe God ain't got nothing to do with it. Just by God, you would have got married. And then you would have knew he was already married. But you already knew that. You knew that. You knew that. I don't even have nothing for her. Messing with a married man, any woman out there that's going through a divorce, just wait till he all the way done. Cause y'all know how that shit go. They gonna get back with their wife. Y'all know how that shit go. At 40, I'm 34. And at 24, I'm not messing with a married man. At 40, girl, get your...
Wait, motherfucking wait. So you mean to tell me, let me go from TikTok. It's a 41 or 40-year-old woman on here who done got on this motherfucking app. Put everybody in their business. You was fucking a married man and got pregnant with your old ass uterus. See, I get on this motherfucker trying to give young girls the game. Getting tricked at this age is insane to me. Have you not learned anything, sis? Now you said you 6 weeks and 3 days. You just found out you was pregnant. You could not wait to run to this app. And me, I can read authenticity from a mile away. Them tears in that story, I don't believe you for nothing. You knew that nigga was married. You got pregnant on purpose because you thought it was going to keep that nigga. Just my opinion.
Guys, after listening to those two videos, do you think that she knew that the man was married all along and she got pregnant on purpose just to trap the man? She might not have known that he was married, But then again, she might have known that he's married. What y'all think? Depending on what, on her actual video, what y'all think? Do you really think she knew that the man was married or not? Because if that's true, then you're very messy. You a messy one, for sure. Because here is the fact: the man was married when he was pursuing her. Because ain't no way you gonna tell me on the actual day she told him that I'm pregnant, that's the same day you work out things with your wife magically work out things with your wife. Now you're back together, lovebirds and all of that, sweet couple, happy marriage, couple goals. That's a lie to me. This whole mess could be a dangerous thing in her life. Actually, the number one death of pregnant ladies is when the man does not want the baby. And on top of that, he married. He does not want his wife to find out. And he's keeping that a secret up to his grave. Baby, he's gonna do everything in his power to make sure that the secret does not reveal. I'm not saying that he's gonna do something to harm her, but I'm not also gonna say he's not capable of that.
So I just came across a video of a woman saying that she was pregnant. She just found out she's 6 weeks pregnant, and the child's father told her, "I don't want the baby." And of course, this is a shocker to her. And on top of him saying, "I don't want the baby, I'm married," she didn't know he was married. They've been together full law line. She said they practically lived together, but he said, and then he told her that he thought he was getting a divorce, and now he's not getting a divorce. She's 6 weeks pregnant. I know what I would do. I would be down at somebody's clinic, sending that baby back to God. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying, I think as a woman who is 40, yes, I understand you're 40 and you do not have any children. It would be very unfortunate to wait 4 decades to have your first child, and for your first child to come into this world under these circumstances. And your best circumstance is, I know there's a part of you that's probably hoping like, oh, he'll come around, he'll come around. I don't think you understand just how dangerous it is for women during this time of their life. Pregnancy is probably when you are going to be the most vulnerable. I don't know if you saw the story of the man, I think he's currently on trial, where his girlfriend, he told his girlfriend he did not want her to have a baby. She got pregnant, but yes, he got her pregnant. Then he told her to get rid of the baby. She didn't get rid of the baby. You know what he did? He waited outside of her apartment and tried to beat the baby out of her. He tried to beat the baby out of her. And I don't think you understand how dangerous a man is when a man is trying to keep a secret. This man is telling you, I want to get back with my wife. He does not want his wife to know that he has a baby on the way. Do you really want to place yourself in that position? I'm not saying that he would. I'm also not saying that he wouldn't. Men like this are dangerous, because do I think he was really going to get a divorce? No. That's why he's ending the relationship right now. At the moment you tell him you're pregnant, now him and his wife is fixing the situation. All of a sudden he's trying to fix the situation with his wife. That man was never getting a divorce. That man was not getting a divorce. It's just now there's a situation that has arisen that he needs that baby out of here. And he is telling you, even if he does not do anything to harm you or harm the child, co-parenting, trying to co-parent with a man that told you to have an abortion is going to be the most difficult thing you've ever done in your life. My children's father is my ex-husband. And co-parenting with him is sometimes difficult. Not sometimes, it's difficult. Co-parenting, period, is difficult, even when you were married. So now imagine trying to co-parent with a man that told you he did not want you to have his baby. Imagine the hell. And there's women in the comments telling you, hey, I am a single mother.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Go make the appointment. I think a lot of times women who have never been in this situation, never been in this predicament, think like, oh, it's not that bad. You see single mothers and you see single mothers happy with their children, and you're thinking, oh, it doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem that bad. You figure it out. Yeah, you figure it out. You figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Once the kids is here, the kids is here. But women are trying to prevent you from going through the turmoil. You're only 6 weeks into the pregnancy. And you know, it's crazy. Currently, we're talking about postpartum and what that looks like. Now, imagine if you do have to go through postpartum. You're going to be going through postpartum as a single mother. And then probably also fighting with the child's father. And then I don't know what the wife is like. You don't know what the wife is like. Hell, the wife could take him back and make your life even more of a hell. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, I really want you to think of what you're signing up for if you don't sign up for the clinic. Do with this information what you see fit. But I don't know what state you live in, but time is ticking.
Now, if this lady was married with her baby father before and they divorced, if that's hard for her to co-parent with a man who was her husband before, how about if you were the mistress and the married man didn't want the baby? You know how hard it's going to be to co-parent? I mean, it's going to be fighting who takes the baby. It's going to be fighting. The environment around the child is going to be chaos, traumatizing, embarrassing. So even the wife may, put some pressure on you, because sometimes you may think the wife is going to leave, and when they stay, sometimes they make your life a living hell. Let's be honest. So girl, Now let's read some comments from the comment section and people giving their reasons why she should abort. One said, remember you are bringing a human into this world that will question and have feelings about the other part of them that is absent. Exactly. Questions that you will never be able to answer. Imagine how incomplete that could make them feel. I know, that's right. I already said this. A child growing up without a father, they're going to have more than 10 questions. They're going to feel unwanted, unloved. Yeah, feel me? I know you do. I already said this, so I do agree with this one. Another person said, personally, I would save myself from years to come of headaches and heartaches. I hope you make the right decision for you and it all works out. Exactly. Stating the facts and letting her making her own decision is the goal here. Okay? If you are having baby daddy drama in the first few weeks, girl, it ain't worth it. Because she's 6 weeks, 3 days, and all this drama coming out. Imagine a year. I don't want to sound insensitive, but please save yourself the stress and the heartache of raising a child alone. It's definitely not easy, but sometimes you have to weigh your options. 18 years in a situation like that doesn't sound like a better situation. Prayers though, exactly. You do not want a baby by a man like that. He lacks integrity. And now you see why his marriage wasn't right. You deserve better. Yes. If it's true, the lady didn't know that he was married initially and he liked that lady, that's foul. That's so wrong. For the man, I don't even have words for you. I just pray that karma one day comes and gets you. You did not wait 41 years for it to be like this. Respectfully, you still have time. Going back to her video, she said they were damn near living together.
And we were damn near living together.
What is damn near living together, honestly? What is that? Are you talking about him coming to your place? Because you definitely did not go to his place. Because one, he's married. You know nothing about a man if you haven't even seen any of his family members, have ya? I doubt she even knows his family, going to meet his mama, his daddy, his siblings, nephews, nieces. Does the family know you? Do they really know you? You need to study their morals, their characters. Are they safe and good and supportive and caring for you to even think of marrying him or bearing a child for this family? Because yes, I understand the child is for the man, not the family, but still the man is going to surround the child with his family. So how are their morals, their standards? Are they protective? Are they caring? You do not want to bear a child for a man and their family is crazy. And now you're going to give birth to a child who is crazy because it comes from the genes from the daddy. Yeah, feel me? You get the drill. And then she also said in her video, she did not think she ever wanted kids.
And you know what? I'm 41. I don't have any children. This is my first child. I didn't ever even think I wanted any, so I certainly wasn't trying to
because if she reached 41 years old and she probably has no baby, do you really think she really wanted to be a mom? I want to be a mom. Do you really think so? Because it gives me, I only got pregnant because I was with this man that I literally knew nothing about. Or if she knew he was married, I only got pregnant by this man to trap him. Those are the vibes I get. She has not given me the excitement, I cannot wait to be mom vibes in her videos. Nah, that's why I'm having a doubt. I'm like, do you really want to be a mom? I pray and hope she's not keeping the baby in hopes of this man might come back to her, or the man may divorce the wife, or the wife may leave the man. I'm sorry to break it to you, but I don't think you were the only mistress. And the way he was tripping and telling you how you should get rid of the baby, the man ain't leaving his wife. Okay? So he's not ready to lose her. Okay? So let me hope you're keeping the baby because you really want to be a mother, because you really want to enjoy and embrace the motherhood life. Now let's listen to some TikTok response video real quick.
I wanted to make a follow-up video because she's not lying about that girl using God to justify her bullshit. I went back to her page because I was like, I don't really remember what she said her reaction was to finding out that he was married. And she didn't really give much of a reaction. In the follow-up video, she says, no, we made clear that we were both single when we met. And I said, the spirit of confusion is on me. This girl is lying. I'm going to say this. She very much gives, I found Jesus in my late 30s. I have 3 little sisters, and one of them is a motherfucking alley cat. So I know one when I see one. This is all opinion. It's not fact. I don't know that lady, but it's giving alley cat that found their way to Jesus in their late 30s. So now every time somebody disagrees with you, you're going to pivot to Jesus and say that's who put that on you. You tell me this, Miss Mamas, because everybody up in your comments talking about that baby is a blessing, all this other shit. Christians love to say, God don't bless no mess. God ain't going to bless you with somebody else's man. Why wasn't you praying for discernment when you was laid up with that lady husband? You said y'all was practically living together. Why was y'all practically shacking up, living in sin, Miss Christian? And don't come over here where ain't nobody perfect. People had not give. I don't give a fuck about that. If you're going to try to bring God into this and say that's why you're doing this, how the fuck is you getting pregnant by a married man, God's blessing? You know what type of bullshit that baby about to grow up in? And see, this is what you're doing. You got feelings of abandonment, so you're going to try to use that baby to fill that void, but you ain't going to do nothing but pass that void down to that motherfucking baby. You can sit on here and play with these bitches in your comments all you want to, little girl. You playing a very dangerous game. And I'm going to tell you like this. If this wasn't about, I changed my previous statement was you wanted that man to see it. No, you want his wife to see it. You're being messy while in mess and calling it a blessing. If this was strictly about you keeping that baby, you would have never brought this shit to the motherfucking internet. You would have told him, okay, well, I ain't going to keep it. Whatever, you going about your business and kept your baby and raised your baby like some of these bitches be out here doing and just saying that the daddy died or whatever. You bringing this shit to the internet. Then you talking about y'all are being so mean in the comments because you came to the internet with your bullshit. and got the most likely response. It's somebody with some big ass arms in that video talking about, oh, we would have been at Christmas dinner and y'all too quick to jump to abortion. Y'all love to get up this motherfucker and tell somebody what they too quick to do. Y'all too quick to become somebody baby mama. Now it's y'all too quick to have abortions. Which the fuck one is it? You playing with your life and you playing with that baby life, but you keep on all them. Oh, I'm gonna be an internet auntie. They don't give a fuck. And when this shit turn out how the hell we telling you it's gonna turn out, this gonna be the same audience you turn to that you swear being so mean to you, girl.
If she knew she was gonna keep the baby, then why post the video on the net? On top of that, on TikTok, where you know everybody's great grandmother, grandpapa, auntie, sister, nephew, niece is on there. Why post it then? Because then I failed to understand the reason why. If you already knew the procedure of what you're going to do next, why even post it? Why even bring people into your business, into your drama? Because now people on TikTok are side-eyeing you, saying like, girl, you mess around with married men and you keep the babies. You know, it's giving me that you wanted the wife of the man to see the video. It's giving me that you were trying to pull attention from the man. But then again, from the man, you have his number, you have his media accounts. You would have contacted him through that. Unless he blocked you. It's giving two of those. You're trying to be messy for the wife to see, or you trying to get attention from the husband. Now let's read some of the responses she said to some comments. First off, check if he's actually married, because men say things to get their way. And if he actually is, why you want to keep that lady husband's baby? If you don't want this life for your baby, then you know what you need to do. Don't be 40 and choose now to ruin your life. This is what she had to say. My baby isn't a life ruiner though. Life will be different and trying, but this is not that lady husband's baby. I mean, that's the lady husband's baby, to be honest. This is my baby, and no, I signed up and planned this with him. Just because he backed out doesn't mean I don't have to be responsible for my decision too. I really think she should stop that. We plan the baby, because, honey, you do not plan the baby first. You plan the marriage first. That's what a right Christian does. Okay? You waited 41 years to have a baby by a married man. She says, I planned a baby and I'm not getting rid of it just because he backed out. I committed to this child, so I'm gonna honor my responsibility on something I willingly and knowingly made. You need to let the wife know. I bet he's lying about the divorce and she has no clue he's been cheating. And she say, I would, but honestly, I'm scared of the drama, because what if someone tries to hurt me to not have this baby? I do understand her on this one, because you do not know what type of time the wife may be on, and she may not be playing about her man, which is rightfully her man, because they're married on paper.
This goes out to the mama who found out that she is 6 weeks and a couple of days pregnant by a man who is married, and he told her that he did not want her to have a baby. Don't have a baby. Don't have a baby. Don't do it. Just don't. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Don't have a baby. There is nothing good is going to come from that situation. That baby and you are going to have a very hard life. Don't have the baby. He told you that he did not want to have a baby with you. Well, he didn't want that baby prior to what he said before, y'all was getting it in. First of all, anything said right before, during, or right after you've gotten it in, that don't count. The I love yous, the y'all want you to have my babies, the all that. It don't, in them three situations, right before, during, or right after, they don't count. It don't count. It don't count. And then the fact that he's married, anything that y'all had going on don't count. Just don't have the baby, please. Not to be mean, not to be rude, not to be ugly. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Please don't do it.
A man will say anything, if he's trying to get with you, if he's trying to date you, if he's trying to get the goodies, the cookies. Those words of he wanted the baby, I mean, he was begging me for a baby and this, those are words. By the actions, he would have married you first. And you made it easy for him. Why? It's because you believed everything he said. He's a liar. Let me not cuss. Respectfully. My bad. And then she also say he was so persistent to even get a chance with her.
I was minding my business, y'all. That man was persistent to even get a chance with me.
How you gonna be hard to pursue but be easy to get pregnant by a man you literally know nothing about, only to find out that you was the mistress and it was all a game? That's my question. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm stating facts. And I'm sorry, but I kind of agree with the people who say that getting tricked at 41.
To the lying ass 41-year-old woman on this here app that says she is 6 weeks pregnant, I think, by a married man who she didn't know was married. See, you a lie. She went on to say that she been in the hospital back and forth trying to make sure her baby was where it's supposed to be in the uterus and all that stuff. You might be telling the truth about that. And I know you was by yourself. You know why? Because he married. That's why. Also, she said he lied to her because off the top, she wasn't bothered by him. He was pursuing her and all this stuff. You a lie? You lying. He didn't pursue you like that. He probably tried to talk to you or whatever. He could tell you was easy. He could tell you was a easy person that he could sleep with. Yeah. So you a lie. I don't really think he pursued you like that. I think you made it easy for him to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Then you said you didn't know he was married because of the simple fact y'all was nearly living together at your house. You a lie. You a lie because you should have known he was with somebody else because he was at your house. You let this man move into your house and spend the nights. He didn't move in, he spent nights and kept some clothes over there. That's what he did. So you lying. Then you said he wanted you to have this baby. He said he was getting a divorce and all this stuff, and it's just a bunch of lies. Because point one, I ain't never seen a man that's single and divorced don't have his own place. You not once said you went over to his house. You said y'all was always at y'all house, your house. Then you said he was getting a divorce or something in the process of getting divorced. Where the paperwork at? If you're a 41-year-old woman, that's why I say you a liar. If you're a 41-year-old woman, you shouldn't go for that old humbug bull crap about what he say. You want to see that stuff on paper. And if you don't see it on paper, that means you still attached. By the time we get 41 years old, we too old for that mess. We know better than that. Also, you come on TikTok for sympathy, and amongst all these married women, you in trouble. I hate to tell you, you came to the wrong spot, because I'm one too. I'm a married woman also, and I just don't buy the fact that you didn't know that man was married. Yes, you did. Then you sitting up here talking about how you stressed out. Well, guess what? You sure not gonna be stressed out. You know why? Because that man ain't studying you or that baby. I'm gonna tell you that now. So you do what you like to do. You figure this thing out because you made your bed and laid in it. Sitting up here lying. Something that man told you that he wanted you to have his baby. Of course, while he was having sex with you, that's what he'll say anything. Anybody knows when people are having sex in the middle of all that stuff, they will say stuff they ain't got no business saying, and they be lying. But you 41 years old and you a liar. That's why you don't recognize when people lying to you. That's what it got to be. You don't know, up here crying, fake crocodile tears. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, me and my baby and all this stuff. You make 41-year-old women look real bad because
Child, this married lady ain't playing. I mean, let me know what y'all think of what she said in the comment sections, because it was tea. And some of it I already said. I'm not going to go back to what I already said.